Greetings of the day. Today we will start with the chapter called Morphology in Flowering Plant. This is the chapter number 5. If you look into the board syllabus, board actually scissored over this chapter and deleted the first part, that is root, stem, leaf part of this chapter. But as we are preparing for NEET, so we are going to cover all the part, that is leaf, stem, root also. Next thing is, this is the chapter which is very much required, and even if you are not appearing for NEET examination, you should pay attention and hear. Why? Because this is the chapter in which we are describing different types of morphology available in the plant kingdom. You must have heard about various terminologies when we were studying plant kingdom, that is like compound leaf. Okay. So what is this compound leaf? What type of leaves are called compound leaf? All these ideas we are going to get during the study of this chapter. So without much wastage of time, we will move ahead with the chapter called Morphology of Flowering Plant. Okay. So in this chapter, we will first start our lecture with the concept what is morphology. So this is a plant and these are the different parts of a plant. Every plant may have something different about them, but these are the portions which are present in them, irrespective of their variety. One is flower, which is the main reproductive part of plant. Second is fruit, which bears seed. Although plants go for vegetative reproduction, if you look into angiosperm, all of them reproduce sexually. And fruit is bearing the seeds, which is the, what I can say, precursor of plant. Then they have stem. Stem is the structure which is present above ground and it is holding all other structures. It has leaf, it has bud from which the flowers are coming, and it has nodes and internodes. So what are nodes? Nodes are something from which the branching is coming out. And between two nodes, the middle part is called internode. So all these are comprising the shoot system of a plant. Now we will talk about the root system. So root can be, this plant is having a tap root system. We will obviously talk about different types of root system, in which the middle one, which is thicker, is called primary root, and the branches which is coming out of them is called secondary root. Now each and every part of plant is having their own importance. So morphology is actually combination of two words. One is morphe, that means form, and logos means study. So study of forms and features of different plant organs, that is root, leaf, flowers, seed, it's called morphology. So morphology is something in which we study the forms and features of part externally. We don't go and peep into it is made up of what type of cell, what are the arrangement of different type of cell inside it. That part is coming under anatomy. Our next chapter, that is chapter number 6, in which we are going to talk about plant tissue, is the chapter which is covering the plant anatomy. In morphology, we are not going to talk about the composition of cell. We will only look into the structural form or different types of structures present in the plant. Is the meaning of morphology clear to all of you, beta?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So Typical angiosperm can be divided into two main parts, that is root system, which is generally underground. But let me tell you, interestingly, in this chapter, you will learn about things that you never imagined in your life. Apart from that, there is a aerial shoot system, which is generally present above the ground, which includes branch, leaf, flowers, fruits, birds, etc. Okay. Root, stem, leaf, all these are known as vegetative part because they are responsible for plants to live. But when it is coming about creation of a new generation, that part is reproductive part, and flowers are the reproductive part which is responsible for continuation of the species. Plants can be classified into different types depending on their lifespan. Annual means they are plants which complete their life cycle in a year, or I can say they have single flowering session, or they can have lifespan of few weeks to few months, but once in a year only they will bloom. So it may be rare that the plant survive for 3 months, but it is flowering or it is surviving only in a specific season. Such plants are also known as annual plant. That doesn't mean that it needs to be there throughout the 12th month. Biannual means they are plants which can survive in 2 years. That is, first year they store the food material in their flowering or fruiting organism. They are getting ready for the reproduction in the first year. In second year, they go for flowering and fruiting. And in second year, they complete the reproduction and complete their life cycle. Perennial plants are surviving for years. Sometimes what happens, part of it is dying, but again it is coming back. You must have observed plants like mango and guava. All these plants are surviving for a long time. Now, we will start our discussion with the roots. Okay. So we will look into the characteristics and other things of root. So generally roots are always non-green because they don't have to go for photosynthesis. They are generally colorless and they are underground. That means they show positive geotropic movement and negative phototropic movement. Okay. And they are positive hydrotropic also. If you do a small experiment at your house, that in a big pot, you fill it with sand, plant a sapling over here, and water this part. You will see the root will grow towards water. Slowly and steadily, the root will go towards the area where you are putting water. That's why we say that the root is positive hydrotropic. Okay. So the thing is that root generally do not bear any bud. The way in case of stem, buds are existing. In case of root, buds are non-existing. Okay. In some specific cases like sweet potatoes and Indian redwood, जिसे हम sisu plant बोलते हैं, which is very good source of timber, that is in their cases buds are present in case of root also. This chapter is about exception. आप अजीबोगरीब चीजें पढ़ेंगे, मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला था, which are full of exception. Roots actually do not bear nodes and internodes. They have root hairs which are unicellular, whereas Shoot hairs are multicellular. From where roots are existing? During the time of embryo development, I taught you angiosperm in my previous lectures, and I told you that from zygote there is formation of embryo. And in embryo, two axes is there. One is called limule, and the lower part of this embryo axis is called radicle. In grade 12, we will learn about the embryo development stages. So you will realize that from this radicle, the roots will be formed. After seed germination, root will form from radicle, and from plumule, the shoot will form. So if any root-like structure is part of plant, but it is not formed from radicle, we call such kind of like root as adventitious root. Okay. So we will learn about them. This part is clear general characteristics of root.
Yes.
So we will move ahead. Types of root. So here you can see that root can be of three types. I will focus on the diagram. It will be very useful for you to understand. See, if you must have. Yes, beta.
मैम वो जो ऊपर जियोट्रॉपिक हाइड्रो ऐसा कुछ लिखा था वो वाली स्लाइड एक बार फिर से दिखाओ ना. हाँ मैम, इसमें ये साइंस क्यों दिए प्लस नेगेटिव और वैसे साइन?
Positive hydrotrophic means it is moving towards water. Negative prototrophic.
और नेगेटिव मतलब के ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जाएगा वैसे?
Yes.
ओके मैम.
So these are three types of root. In your life, you must be or must observe 100 times कि चने में से ऐसा root बाहर निकलता है. So this root is coming out of which part? Radicle. In taproot system, there is one main root which is coming out of radicle, and branches are there. So there will be main root, that is primary root. From there will be secondary root and tertiary root. Okay. In case of fibrous root system or adventitious root system, in fibrous root system, many times what occurs is, by some means the primary root is destroyed, then only secondary, tertiary roots are there. Or sometimes it may be the scenario that these roots are not developed from the radicle. That's why we call them adventitious root system. They can be developed any part, not only they should be underground. Have you ever seen गन्ना?
Yes ma'am.
गन्ने के जूस
Yes.
गन्ना तो सभी ने देखा होगा. Have you ever noticed कि उसके ऐसे जो गांठ होते हैं उसमें छोटे-छोटे scaly structures रहते हैं?
Yes ma'am.
But adventitious roots. Same is available in bamboo. Understood? So अगर root radical से develop हुआ है, that will develop into a taproot system, or in case of taproot system, they will have a main root and then branches. Here all roots are same, so we call them fibrous root or adventitious root when they are present at some part where they are not supposed to be. Root को soil के नीचे ही होनी चाहिए, but if they are present somewhere else, we call them adventitious root. Now you know that as we finish the classification of plant, that taproot system is the characteristics of dicot and adventitious root system is the characteristics of monocot. Let's move ahead further. Now we will learn about the regions of root. What are the parts of root? If you look into a tap root system, following region will be observed. At the tip of root, there will be presence of root cap. What is this root cap? This is a cap-like structure. Actually, this is there because root is penetrating into the soil. Soil के अंदर घुसता है. And this region of meristematic region, जहाँ active division of cell होता है, जिसके वजह से root अपनी length बढ़ाती है. This is something which is to be protected. This region of meristematic. आप देख सकते हो कि इतनी बड़ी root में only this part is region of meristematic activity. So अगर ये part सबसे पहले रहा region of meristematic activity, while penetrating through the soil due to friction, it may be destroyed. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
हमें तो protect करना पड़ेगा ना. So for that purpose, root cap is there. Root cap not only give it a protection, apart from that, many root caps secrete a fluid for lubrication which help in the easy penetration of root into the soil. इसीलिए देखना रूट को थोड़ी हवा लगे, रूट आसानी से पेनिट्रेट कर पाए, तभी आप देखना प्लांट्स को लगाने के बाद ऊपर के सॉइल्स को थोड़ा छोटे एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट से उसको व्हाट आई कैन से यू एक्चुअली रिमूव द लेयर्स and you toss them after removal so that through the gaps air can go inside or roots will have better chances of penetration. You need to water plant also due to this reason to soften the soil. Above the region of meristematic activity, there is region of elongation. Cell division meristematic activity वाला एरिया होता है. After division, cells enlarge their size. This is called region of elongation where it is there. Above that, there will be region of maturation जहाँ से root hairs निकलना start होता है. So these are the four regions of the root. In case of aquatic plant जिनमें root cap होने की जरूरत नहीं है, because they don't have to penetrate into the soil, they have root pockets. Root pockets are also structure which actually protect the meristematic region in case of aquatic plant. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
रूट कैप के भी काफी सारे टाइप होते हैं, पता है, जैसे कि ऑर्किड्स में या किसी दूसरे प्लांट्स में बहुत सारे ऐसे प्लांट्स होते हैं जिनके केस में रूट कैप एक्चुअली मल्टीपल रूट कैप्स आर प्रेजेंट, मोर देन वन रूट कैप इज प्रेजेंट. सो ये तो रहा वो रूट्स के बारे में हमने पढ़ा जो नॉर्मल है, बट यू नो दैट सोल पर्पस ऑफ दीज चैप्टर. सोचो आप कि सिर्फ प्लांट के पार्ट्स का एक चैप्टर बन गया, क्योंकि इतनी सिंपल नहीं है. इन प्लांट किंगडम देयर इज लॉट्स ऑफ वेरिएशन, और ये वेरिएशन प्लांट के हर एक पार्ट में होता है. एंड वी विल नाउ टॉक अबाउट मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ रूट्स. सो आई विल शो यू द images. So here you can see the parts of plant body. And these are the general functions of root. That is, it is helping in the fixation of plant to the soil. It is anchoring, that is holding the soil. It is responsible for absorption of mineral nutrients from the soil. It helps in the gaseous exchange from soil to plant, plant to soil. It sometimes becomes solid by storing food. In some rare cases, it can be green in color and manufacture food. And If it is a aerial root, it can absorb moisture from the air. So I wish to highlight with you different forms of root. These are different forms. So we will get back to the notes and we will come one by one. So this modification of roots can be first of all classified as modification of roots for storage. But which type of root? If there is modification of tap root. So depending on the shape of the root for storage, tap root का जो main root होता है, it is modified for storage. So it can be carrot, which is known as conical root. It can be radish, which is a fusiform root. It can be napiform like beetroot, and it can be tuberous like the Mirabilis jalapa or turnip. So, what are the special thing about them? If you look into radish and carrot, you may able to see that this is the structure of a carrot. And in case of radish, the root is like this. Okay. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So all of these are modification of what? These are modification of the taproot for the purpose of storage. Now, other than storage, there can be different modification of roots for different purpose. For example, if you wish to see here, you will be able to see that taproots can be modified for special functions. Like you know about the Pisum sativum or pea plant. They have nodulated root. What is the purpose of these nodule? Pea plant पे कौन रहता है जिसकी वजह से वो nodule form करता है?
Rhizobium bacteria.
So due to their presence, this root will be formed, which is called nodulated root. In case of halophytes or mangrove, the area in which they grow, the soil will hardly have any oxygen. The soil is clayey and it has less pore size due to which the root cannot have enough oxygen. And after all, roots are also having living cells, so they will be requiring some amount of oxygen for their survival. इसी वजह से उन लोगों में roots जो होती है, that is called respiratory root or pneumatophores, which have pores called pneumatophores. And these roots are actually coming out of soil. So देखो ये एक exception है, अभी अभी हमने पढ़ा that roots are positive geotrophic. These respiratory roots are negatively geotrophic. They come out of soil, and trust me, Sundarban के area में it is very difficult to walk due to these roots, because वो तलवार की तरह जमीन में से निकल के बाहर आते हैं. I wish to share with you the diagram of all these structures. This is what is example of pneumatophore. Can you see the roots? All of these are roots. Class, is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And these are the three shapes. Apart from that, obviously adventitious roots are not lying behind. They can also have modification. For example, for storage, adventitious root can have like मॉडिफिकेशन. इसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल है स्वीट पोटैटो. इसमें सभी रूट्स लाइक फूड स्टोरेज की वजह से स्वेल कर लेते हैं एंड आई डोंट नो इफ यू मस्ट हैव, आपने खाया है स्वीट पोटैटो कभी? रेड कलर का होता है.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
इसके
ma'am.
अलावा देयर कैन बी फैसिकुलेटेड रूट जो डालिया और एस्पैरागस में आता है. नोड्यूलस रूट जिसमें टिप ऑफ रूट इज स्वेल अप जो कुरकुमा में होता है. एंड बीडेड और मोनिलिफॉर्म रूट होता है, ये बीड फॉर्म में होता है. लेट मी शो यू द डायग्राम्स, इट विल बी इजी, मोर इजी फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, so you can see this is sweet potato. Is it clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
This is bead.
Yes, ma'am.
This is beaded root. This is nodulated root. Okay, see how adventitious roots are like what I can say, adventitious roots are fasciculated. Fasciculated मतलब इनमें हर एक रूट में स्टोरेज फूड मटेरियल हुआ है, दैट्स व्हाई दे आर अंडर अ bunch. Is this part clear? Obviously with diagram only beta you have to remember, otherwise it is difficult. Now some adventitious root can have some other function like other than storage. It can have stilt roots or prop root. What are these? See, stilt root is something, जैसे ये aerial root है, जैसे टेंट में रस्सी होती है जो टेंट को एक जगह रखती है, वैसे ही ये स्टिल्ट रूट जो है और ब्रेस रूट जो है, it is helpful for the stem to stand upright. Generally this is also observed in the area which is marshy. क्या होता है बेटा, कंसीडर करो सॉइल अगर सॉलिड नहीं है, अगर पानी की वजह से वो बहुत ही नरम है, तो कोई भी प्लांट जो होता है उसकी स्टेम सीधा खड़ा नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि रूट को होल्ड करने के लिए एक कड़क सा सॉइल तो मिलेगा ही नहीं. सो गिव इट अ सपोर्ट. ऐसे रूट के स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं जो स्प्रेड रहते चाह रहे हैं, दीज आर कॉल्ड स्टिल्ट रूट. व्हाट इज प्रॉप रूट? जब कोई प्लांट बहुत दूर तक फैलता है, फॉर एग्जांपल banyan tree, they have such pillar like structures coming out of their stem. This is known as prop root or pillar root. The difference between prop root and stilt root is clear, beta? Class?
Yes, ma'am.
थर्ड टाइप, इट इज वेरी ऑफन, मतलब आई सजेस्ट कि आप इसके बाद कोई भी गार्डन में जाके try and find out different types of roots and leaves. It will be very easy for you to understand. Generally in school I always try and take students to some botanical garden and show them each and every part. They remember it for life. I will obviously show you videos. But if the better part is if you can go to any garden and at least you try and observe different types of plants, you will be able to learn a lot more than reading a story book. Buttress root, what is this? This is actually present in the plants like ficus or bombax. what happens over here is they have root buttress. Consider this is the stem. They have such big structure as a support. Have you ever seen? बड़े जो trees होते हैं उनके root का एक हिस्सा ऊपर रहता है soil के ऊपर.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That is called root buttress. कुछ कुछ प्लांट में ये इतना बड़ा होता है कि आप वहां पे मतलब सर रख के सो जाओ, इतने बड़े ये होते हैं. There may be climbing roots. For example, beetle यानी आपके जो पान है या फिर black pepper, they have climbing root through which they climb on a surface. Roots can be epiphyllous root, like when roots are produced from the leaf, we call them epiphyllous root. इनमें क्या मजेदार बात होता है बेटा? I will tell you about bryophyllum. Consider this is the bryophyllum plant. Okay. It is having a, ये आप 10th में पढ़े भी होंगे, leaf. अब लीफ के मार्जिन में छोटे छोटे प्लांट्स होते हैं जिसके रूट्स होते हैं. If these small plantlets, ये वाले small plantlets, they get detached from the leaf and fall on soil, each of them can give rise to new root or new plant. Understood? Class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So these type of roots are called foliar roots or epiphyllous roots. Next is parasitic. There are some plants which are not having single identity. They work as a parasite on other plants. वो खुद खाना नहीं लेते हैं. Whatever the big plants are sucking up from the soil, whatever food they are producing, these plants have sucking root or hostodial root. They actually suck down the nutrition from the waste host and then they survive on that. For example, cuscuta. Cuscuta is a plant which is actually parasitic. In some plants, especially like orchids, they are plants which are called epiphyte. They actually grow on tree and they grow on tree in a hanging position. So their roots are green in color. Soil तो उनको मिलता ही नहीं है because they are present at the branches of the trees. So obviously they don't have soil to penetrate. So in their case, the root itself is green in color and it is helpful for photosynthesis. Such type of roots are called asimilatory root. Okay, let's move ahead. They are also present in epiphytes, especially in orchids, where these plants have no contact with the soil. उनके पास तो soil नहीं है, from where they will obtain water. So what happens is they have hygroscopic root. They have a sponge-like structure in these roots, which is called velamen. Whatever moisture is present in the atmosphere, they can actually absorb that. What do you think? Don't you think it is interesting? आपको पता था कि रूट में इतना वेरिएशन पॉसिबल है? There can be contact.
No, ma'am.
Actually, they can what they do, they actually decrease their original size up to 60 to 70%. आप जो सैफरन खाते हो, सैफरन तो सबको पता है क्या है? केसर.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्टाइल. वो अपनी साइज को, रूट की ओरिजिनल साइज जो है उसको श्रिंक कर लेता है एंड दे एक्चुअली सर्वाइव लाइक दैट. Next is root thorn. Sometimes, many a times it is observed that the root is having thorn-like structure. Thorn मतलब जिससे किसी को चोट लग सकती है. For example, Pothos aromatus is a plant जहाँ पे root can be acting as a thorn, and there can be roots which help in the what I can say. They can be roots which help in the reproduction. जैसे sweet potato, dahlia. In their case, ये sweet potato can be used for vegetative reproduction. Leafy root is possible. One of the leaf of each node is modified into root-like structure. So why it is done? Because Salvinia is a crawling plant. तो इनमें क्या होता है? If as it is a crawler, that means it is crawling on the surface of the soil. One of the leaf is modified into root, and then the stem will move away. थोड़े दूर जाने के बाद दूसरा leaf. So what will happen? They can have water, and all stress is not on the main part of water, that is main root. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So I am going to talk now about the reproduction, the function of the root, and obviously I wish you people to do a homework for me. First of all, have a look into the modification of adventitious root. This is sweet potato. I hope all of you must have seen this.
Yes, ma'am.
डालिया के बारे में भी आपने सुना तो होगा. डालिया की खिचड़ी या डालिया से बनी हुई लापसी तो सबको पसंद है.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is root of dahlia plant. देखो, this is prop root, this is stilt root, this is climber root. So you can see these are hostorial root. Can you see in case of Cuscuta how this root is entangling the host and deriving nutrition from it? Plant है but देखने में कितना भयानक है, देखा है? It's not. These are epiphytes. See, can you see these green parts?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, आपको क्या लगेगा कि these are leaf, but they are not leaf, they are root. As they are present not inside soil, that's why they change themselves into green color to be more useful to the plant. And here you can see the sponge-like structure which is responsible for absorption of moisture from the air. This is the cross section of the root. देखो hostorial root कैसे, can you see? Suckers दिख रहे हैं तुमको इसके?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
And see how you can see the microscopic structure में how they are attacking the xylem and phloem ताकि उनसे directly ये nutrition ले सके. So now we will look into the function. Function obviously we already talked about, but these are the functions of the root. Now how you will remember this thing? ये आपको याद कैसे रहेगा? Again we will come up into the same part. Try and make flow chart. जैसे या तो एक बड़ी पेज ले लो and you write plant, then modify it into root and shoot and leaf and flower. These are the basic parts we have to study in morphology. So in root you can write down the taproot modification and the adventitious root modification. In this, you can write about storage and other function. In this, you can write about storage and other function. Try and write it down this way. Draw small diagrams which may not be picture perfect, but they will give you idea of organism. So if you do it in this way, you will be very easily remember about them. नहीं तो सबकी खिचड़ी बन जाएगी. Class, can you start working on this? Class, can you start working on this?
Yes.
Yes.
So मैं सजेस्ट ये करूंगी कि आज आपने रूट पढ़ा है. To decrease your burden, आप ये करो कि आज आपने रूट पढ़ा है. Now you have Saturday, Sunday with you. So until and unless we are starting with the what I can say, we are starting with the new part. You can at least prepare flow chart of this part. Understood? It will be lot much helpful to you, beta. फिर आप सब नहीं होगा. Kindly be careful and mute yourself when you don't have to speak anything. So can we do this? I will ask in my next class that how many of you did the flow chart?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So any part which like you feel that I need to re-describe any part. Class.
No, ma'am, no doubts.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta. Speak.
मैम ये मॉन्स्टेरा कोई प्लांट या फिर वैसा कुछ है?
क्या नाम?
मॉन्स्टेरा.
Monstera. Yes, it's a type of plant. Why?
मैम वो टेक्स्ट बुक रिफर कर रही थी, उसमें दिया है वो एडवेंचियस रूट सिस्टम में आता है इसीलिए.
So now, after a long day discussion, I wish to share with you a video which can summarize what we learned today. It's a long video. So what we are going to do, beta, we will look into it part by part. तो आज हमने रूट वाला पार्ट पढ़ा है. So that's why we are going to observe the part of root only. And in our next class, we will look into the next part. Okay, understood? So are we ready to look into the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I guess the screen is visible and I'm starting it.
Flowering plants or angiosperms are one of the most diverse groups of plants found on our planet. Although there are variations in their external structure or morphology, all of them are characterized by the presence of roots, stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. The portion of a flowering plant above the ground is termed as the shoot system, while the portion below the ground is termed as the root system. The root system provides proper anchorage to the plant. It helps in the synthesis of plant growth regulators and is responsible for the absorption of water and minerals from the soil to different parts of the plant. From the tip upwards, a root has a root cap, a region of meristematic activity, a region of elongation, and a region of maturation along with root hairs. The root cap is a sheath of cells present at the tip of the root that protects the root while entering the soil. The region of meristematic activity is just above the root cap, where the cells are very tiny and rapidly divide to produce new cells for growth. The region of elongation has cells that undergo rapid enlargement and elongation that causes the root to grow in length. The region of maturation has elongated cells that differentiate and mature. The primary tissues and root hairs develop here. The root hairs are fine, delicate structures that emerge from the region of maturation and assist in the absorption of water and minerals for the plant from the soil. There are various kinds of roots in flowering plants. In dicotyledonous plants like mustard, radish, and carrot, the embryonic root or radicle grows into the soil to form the primary root. Multiple lateral roots, called secondary roots, emerge from the primary root. These secondary roots further branch into tertiary roots. The primary root, along with its branches, forms the taproot system. In monocotyledonous plants like wheat and coconut, the primary root is short-lived and is replaced by a network of many large and small roots originating from the base of the stem. This network of roots forms the fibrous root system. These fibrous roots spread laterally and do not penetrate deep into the soil, unlike taproots. There are some plants like monstera and grass, which have roots that do not arise from the radicle. The roots emerge from various other parts of the plant, like the stem or the leaf. These roots are known as adventitious roots. Some roots also modify themselves to perform specific functions for the plant. For example, the adventitious root in a sweet potato swells up and stores food for the plant. Similarly, in banyan trees, the modified adventitious roots, also known as prop roots, help support the tree. In plants like sugarcane and maize, the roots emerge from the lower node of the stem to support the plant. These roots are called stilt roots. Roots also modify themselves to help get oxygen for respiration. Such roots are called pneumatophores and are seen in plants like Rhizophora that grow in swampy areas. Therefore, the root system forms an important part of a flowering plant. A stem is a plant organ that develops from the plumule of a germinating seed. It is the main axis or stop.
So we will look into the stem part in our next lecture. That's all about root beta. So we successfully completed root part today. Next day we will look into stem and leaf and then so on. Okay? Class? Any more question, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then we can conclude today. Keep your list of questions ready if you have any. Okay? And try working the tips that you prepare a flowchart. It will be helpful for you. Do not forget to write down the name, draw a diagram and a few examples. Okay, because that is all they are going to ask. Chalo beta, bye to all of you then.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.